What's up, Kings? So today I'm gonna try not to sound like I'm shilling for a particular website or company that. Well, this is how basically I met my wife, but I'm not. I don't get paid a penny from these people, and I'm thankful for what they've done. It may not even be the best option for a lot of you. I think for me it was because of the locale where I went and my age group. That combination made it, I think, more plausible for me. If you're somebody in the early 20s, you're looking to settle down earlier, or you're just, seeing whatever relationship you can get yourself into, perhaps maybe short term or whatever, I don't think that this is necessarily the right option for you. I think this is going to be something for after you're 30, 35 years old, and you're looking for a serious relationship, potentially leading to marriage. This would probably be a better option. And I think that only in certain locations. I think, well, let me get to what this company is. So this is the last, I believe, is the last marriage broker. That's the official designation. Don't be scared off by that. It's really just, it is a matchmaking organization, just like you'd use online, Match or Bumble or Tinder or whatever. I mean, this is just a professional version of that. And it's called A Foreign Affair. This is one of the affiliates, the Peruvian affiliate. I don't remember the name exactly, Romance Estrenado or something like that. But AFA, or Foreign Affair, is the subsuming organization. So let me tell you how it works, basically. This is all, like, this is not just the newest, but this is like a kind of a more global list. I've actually recognized some of the women here. I guess they're still on it. This lady was really, really nice, but didn't really match up for other reasons. Plus, I just had a better general attraction, higher level attraction to my wife. Hopefully, she finds what she's looking for. She's a darling. But yeah, you'll see different age groups here. You see some that are quite mature and some that are a bit younger. I don't want you to start thinking that, like, hey, you're in your 40s and you're going to get yourself a nice 21-year-old. I don't want you to kind of focus in on that. I think that's that red pill Kool-Aid that they're feeding you. A lot of grifters out there that kind of tell you, hey, you're 45, get yourself an 18, 21-year-old. Nah, I don't recommend it. You're not going to get as much of the genuine burning desire as you would, say, if you were 40. You get yourself a 27 to 30-year-old. That makes a lot more sense, personally speaking. We're always worried about high body counts and everything, but I think with these women, use the techniques that I've talked about to kind of gauge. Don't ask them directly what their body count is, but you can use your own better judgment, find out whether or not they're the kind of women that only have sex inside relationships, or whether they're the kind of ones that like to f around, had hoe phase or whatever. But 27 to 30-year-old would be good for like a 40-year-old. And yeah, so you get different age ranges here. Peruvian women are not the very most attractive Latin American women, but what they, lack in the natural beauty that maybe Colombian women have, for example, they may more than make up for it in, like, their traditionalness and their loyalty and their willingness to want to be part of a family. I wouldn't necessarily say purity as much, although that could be true sometimes. But it's more, the character is much more solid with your Peruvian women. So anyway, this is just kind of a list, and you can, shop around for women, right? I mean, you do the same thing with dating apps. You're just doing it kind of like one at a time. You're swiping left or right. You can certainly use Tinder or Bumble in Peru. And one of the women that I met at the tour, I'll talk about the tour in a second. One of the social events and the cocktail parties, I matched with her in Bumble before the party. So it was just kind of funny, and she was all embarrassed, and I said there was nothing to be embarrassed about. It was just something that you're trying different avenues to find a man. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, I think she was just a super shy person. So these tours, I think that's what they call them. They're kind of package deals, and they go $3,200 is kind of like the going price for like a tour, and they last 7 days. I'll tell you why I don't think the tour is great for a lot of people. Basically, they're gonna put you up in a hotel. They're gonna put you up in a nice hotel. You're gonna be there with the other dudes. There were 8 in my group, and I was the only one who chose not to purchase the full tour package. But yeah, they set you up in a nice hotel and everything. They give you the white glove treatment. They transportation from and to the airport. You can just call up an Uber for that. But you can, and you didn't hear it from me, but you can contact the agency, and look up a foreign affair, to get all, the main website, because there is, I think it's loveme.com, but anyway, it's weird name for a website. But the contact them and talk to, and I forgot her name, but they're based out of Arizona, so they're on the Mountain Time, I think. So call them up, find out if you can get on the social events only, and you have to do that by calling. You can't like purchase it online, but it's a whole lot cheaper. I think the social events cost $600 a piece. Don't quote me on that. It could be a lot higher now. It could be 700, 800 now, but look at it comparatively. They're giving you a hotel here. You have to buy your own hotel. But I mean, I'll be honest with you, an Airbnb for a week is like less than $500. So if you add up, even if it's at $1,600 now, which I don't think it's that high, but 1,600 plus another 500 is 2,100, and transportation to and from the airport's another $50. So you're saving yourself $1,000 easily. You're gonna be excluded from a couple of other little like side trips, like day trips and everything. But those, if you're somebody who does well and you have good charisma and you look pretty good, you're gonna have yourself lined up full of dates. Because what happens at the end of these social events, you interact with the women, you exchange contact information. That's the only time that you're allowed to do that. You can't do that on the website. They prohibit that explicitly because of the IMBRA laws. But you exchange your contact information, bring some business cards, bring some way to stay in touch with them afterwards, or go out with them for a drink afterwards, as a group. But be prepared to be able to do that, and don't blast everyone. Just to the people that you want to see later on, and your interpreter, whom you get for the evening, if you don't speak Spanish, uh, she'll set up dates for you over the next few days. So yeah, you don't need to do the side trips to the tour, because you're going to be like full of dates. You're going to have coffee dates, dinner dates, walk in the park dates, whatever dates you're going to have, and I remember the last 3 days after the social, it was morning, noon, night. I had brunch, I had lunch, I had dinner, and it was women, 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 women. I probably went on at least a dozen dates afterwards. And what my wife, I ended up with 2 dates, and it ended up a lot better than expected, for my visit. So, but I got to, if she and I didn't connect, I would have probably talked to the other women, and then see whom I connect with down the road for a future trip where I meet them in some other country. So anyway, that's just a little tip. Save you money. You didn't hear from me, like I said. Some of these tours are a little longer than others. This one includes Machu Picchu, but look at the price tag. It's crazy. You can fly to Cusco, get a tour for another $500-600 plus the flight. It's like on like a Frontier equivalent, like a discount airfare, and your tour and your hotel over there. It's going to be maybe $600 or $700 versus paying what? How much difference is that? Like 1,900. Forget that. Just do it yourself. You're going to Machu Picchu on a side trip. Go ahead of time, like I did. Get yourself a tour or buy a ticket yourself. Probably tour's best because they get the tickets ahead of time. Sometimes they sell out of the tickets in Machu Picchu way ahead of time. And just travel solo. It's an adventure. It's something fun to do. And then when you come back, then go to the cocktail parties, the social events, and then have a great time. Go to some dates afterwards, unwind, meet some beautiful ladies, and then be good to go. You could pop open Tinder or Bumble while you're there, but honestly, all the women you're going to meet here, you're not going to want to bother with that. So anyway, that's it. I mean, one of the examples of what kind of looks like you see here. You have the YouTube channel here. Again, I'm not paid to shill for them or anything. It's just, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. I kind of talked about who benefits and who doesn't as much, but you see some of the older guys over there. They're not super attractive or dress well, but yeah. So this is kind of what you can expect, and some of these women are fairly attractive, and some maybe not as much. Not my style, but to each their own. So anyway, that's about it. Take care, Kings.